Happy day after Martin Luther King's Day, everyone. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. And I had some wrap up that I needed to get done. And so, pardon my tardiness. I'm a little tardy to the party, but we are here and we are going to get started. Um, Before I forget, go ahead if you're new to the channel. Subscribe, turn on notifications. We are talking all things wellness, travel, and finances here on this channel. And we are also, for the next week, going live every day just to temperature check our community, make sure we're all doing okay. Last night, we had an amazing meetup with our private membership community. And that actually spawned the conversation and the topic for today. I want to make sure that we as a people are making sure that our mental health is in check. There's a lot of news, there's a lot of things that are going to make us feel certain types of ways depending on where you are in this whole spectrum of emotions with what's going on in this country, but I don't want us to neglect our mental health. And there's so many people that know that they need mental health help help in the mental health space, or know that they need someone to talk to. They're not sure what's going on. We discussed this during our um, 57-day consecutive live Stay Ready series. And I just want people to know that there's affordable ways to get that mental health in check and find people who look like us that may also know what we're going through and can speak specifically to that. And so tonight, I'm simply going to walk you through one of the resources that I highly recommend for us to use to make sure that we keep our mental health in check. I see a couple of my Gym Nation members in the building. Hey, WM, welcome, welcome. So glad you were with us last night as well. Hey, Shell, yes, good to see you, Gym Nation. Good to see you here with the Gym Nation. Hey, Pascal LJ, good to see you. Yes, last night was amazing. I actually got rest. Can I just tell you, people were on, I think, like over 5 hours. I tapped out about 4 hour mark because I hadn't eaten anything. And then I cooked, I ate, I took a shower. Then finally, everybody was off of the call, but we had a great time. If you want to join the Flawless private membership community, the link is in the description. Go ahead and do so. We had trivia. We tried to keep it related to Martin Luther King's birthday, but we failed him miserably. We had karaoke. Oh my gosh, the karaoke was so fun. And wait, who won karaoke? Miss G won karaoke. Then we also had 3 rounds of bingo. And that was fun as well. We did the typical bingo, we did the L-shaped bingo, and then we did the blackout, um, which is the entire card of bingo. And we had, I want to say 7 winners, 6 or 7 winners last night. So they all are getting gifts, everything across the spectrum in the Stay Ready movement, as well as a gift card for the person who won the blackout bingo. So anyway, that was fun. We're back again on Thursday with our private membership community. And so again, we meet once a week, but this week we met twice a week because once a month we're going to have a game night. At least once a month we're going to have a game night. And the rest of the time we'll meet once a week to have unfiltered conversations and talk about anything and everything under the sun. And so I'm gonna say hi to a couple more people, and then we'll get into tonight's resource and how to prepare ourselves. Because if you don't have your mental health, what do you have? What really do you have? I mean, last night was, towards the end got very, somewhat emotional. And I, again, want to just make sure that um, we are all protecting ourselves and leaning on each other when we can. And so, hey, Elshiva was with us from Jordan, boy. She stayed up. Oh, wee hours in the morning. She was with us. Oh yeah, you sound rested. I am rested. I'm quite rested. But I just have a lot of work that I need to do. So I got caught up in some deadlines. Yeah, it was awesome last night. Hey, Patricia. Patricia was there. Yeah, and most of the country, well, not I won't say most, but on the East Coast, we're dealing with a deep freeze. It is super duper cold here in New York. I know in the South, I've received some alerts in South Carolina. They're supposed to be 2 to 4 inches where my family is at. So anyway, it's a lot going on. So let's just go ahead and get into tonight's topic. Um, we are talking about protecting your mental health for what's to come. And I buckle up, buttercups. Like I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. Most of us have started seeing, I still haven't really watched the news yet, but most of us are getting certain filters through whatever screens we're looking at about some of the most disgusting things that are already happening. And it's only 24 hours in, and it started less than 24 hours, from booing the former presidents to um some Nazi signs being made, to the executive orders releasing criminals who attacked officers. There are so many things that are going to make us just whoo not know which way to go. And so I want to share one of the resources that I recommend for anyone who needs help and think that they can't afford it, or think that it may take them 2 months to get it, right? And so let's definitely be sure to utilize whatever resources that we can. I also have something on the Beacons channel, my Beacons resource guide, that is quite helpful as well. And I'll go over that last. So let me go ahead and close out of that screen and pull up the next screen. So give me 1 second. So this is a resource. Many people have heard of Psychology Today. It actually used to be a magazine, right? And people would read through it and get certain tips and, gems on how to deal with certain things. And I include not only the political conversations that are happening now, but whatever is draining on you. So you may be in a state of grief, right? You may be in a state of not knowing where to turn next. I know there's going to be lots of layoffs. They've already implemented what federal employees must return to the office 5 days a week full time. Now that is not necessarily a layoff, but that is just indicative of some of the changes that are going to be first and foremost on the federal level. And so there's so many things that can get to a place where the anxiety is high, you can't sleep through the night. There's so many things, but once you start feeling those things, try to take some action, because once again, on this channel, we are about that action, right? We about that action as Queen Beyonce has instructed. And I use the word Queen Beyonce tongue in cheek. So anyways, make sure my audio was fine. So yeah, I just really don't want depression to get the best of you. I don't want anxiety to get the best of you. I don't want grief to get the best of you. I don't want any of these things to go unchecked, because whatever you don't take care of will ultimately take care of you. And let me say that one more time. Whatever you don't take care of will ultimately take care of you. And that can manifest in different ways. So we're trying to prevent that. We are trying to preempt that. And so let's just go ahead and I'm just going to do a walkthrough, right? You go to psychologytoday.com US therapist. And I'm going to put the link in the description. I haven't done it yet. Totally slipped my mind until just now, but I will put this link in the description so you have easy access to it. And they have everything from therapists to online therapy to psychiatrists to treatment centers and support groups. And so we're just going to look quickly through each one of these channels to show you what is available. Hopefully, they will continue to let me look through these things without having to sign in. But let's go ahead and start with therapists. We're going to put in I don't know, let's put in Cynthia's city and state. Have Atlanta, right? So we put in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, you are able to filter in many ways. So let's just go to all the filters, right? Well, let's just first look across the top. Um, First, it gives you therapists in Atlanta, Georgia. You can also view different neighborhoods in Atlanta, Georgia that may be closer to you. We know that when you say Atlanta, that can be a big circumference of places, right? And that traffic is nothing pretty. So you want to probably also filter into neighborhoods and cities that make sense for you. You also could pick between female and male, in person or online. You can even go deeper into your filters, and we're going to do that right now and check off some things. So they show you the popular filters. If feel you're suffering with ADHD, anxiety, we're going to do an example of Black and African American, couples counseling, depression, EMDR, marriage counseling, teen trauma, and PSD. You can also choose once again to show. So let's just start picking things. Let's pick Black African American. Let's pick female. Let's start with who's available, right? Let's say we don't mind if it's in person or online, but we want to see who is available because not everyone, has openings. Some people are booked and busy. And then you can pick the specialties. You can pick addiction, ADHD, anger management, anxiety, bipolar disorder, borderline personality, child, depression, eating disorder, grief, obsessive compulsive, relationship issues, self-esteem, sex therapy, sexual abuse, anxiety, grief, blah, blah, blah. So hoarding, even if you have autism, behavioral issues, infidelity, the list goes on and on, bipolar disorder, body positivity, intellectual disability, borderline person, internet addiction. Look at that, internet addiction. If you are finding yourself spending too much time, so much time on these screens and scrolling that you're jeopardizing other things or you're not getting things done or your feelings are emotionally tied to internet addiction, listen, they got a therapist for you out there as well. Cancer, career counseling, child, chronic illness, marriage counseling, and the list goes on. Stress, men's issue, codependency, narcissistic personality, obesity, dementia. So let's just go to anxiety real quick because a lot of people are feeling anxious, right? So far we just dwindled it down to anxiety and Black or African American, but we're going to add some more filters because right now we see this. So let's go ahead and click that. And then you'll see all of the therapists that populate are Black/African American, which is their filter. And we're just going to scroll quickly through, but we're going to put some more filters in. I was hoping to come across a Black male. Oh no, I don't think I did female. I can't recall, but maybe I did do female because I am not seeing that one brother popping up at all. But let's go back to the filters really quick. I did do female, my bad. So we'll check a male on the next one. So we also want to see what other filters we can add to make this more. So maybe you want to add less than $90. Let's do that. And then maybe you want to also add Christian beliefs. See how quick that went down from 500 therapists to 37 now that you have to filter. If we take Christian away, you have 64 therapists. So let's just take, just to see the varied prices, let's just go ahead and remove Christian and just keep less than $90. Let's see what 64 therapists are available. Again, we've already checked who's available. Now we see Kingdom Life Counseling, which to me sounds like this could be a Christian-based therapist, which is, fine. She's a pastoral counselor, and she has certifications and she's verified. So she right now, as let's read the title to her bio. As an African American, I bring culturally sensitive perspective and I have years of experience working with marginalized communities. We're not going to read everything about each one, but you see her, and I'm presuming because most of them are usually hourly rates, that this is an hourly rate. I would have to go in and view more about her to see if there's any other distinctions. You have Felicia, who only charges $60 an hour, and she specializes in addiction. You have Lasagna Denise Parker, who's also verified, certified. She's a licensed professional counselor. Her hourly rate is $80. Then you have Jordana Wong, who may be biracial. I don't know, but she is listed under Black African American female, and she's pre-licensed professional. So understand that, if you're looking for someone licensed, then she may not be for you. If you're looking for somebody who is not biracial and you want someone who appears to be more like you, then Jordana may not be your selection. But then we have Sadie, who's a licensed professional counselor, and she charges $89. And are you worried about the future? Because it seems like life is falling apart. You try to talk to friends and family about your anxiety and depression, but no one understands you, finding yourself unable to regulate your emotions because of all the ... Again, $89. These are all under $90 therapists. And so let's see what so far 60, and let me see, did she have, yeah, these are mostly online. Usually when you get under $90, they nowadays are primarily online, especially in major urban areas. But right here, you'll see Counseling Crisis and Caring LLC offers, now this isn't a name, so this seems more like an organization that maybe has multiple therapists and social workers for $75 an hour, but it doesn't say online only. It says hello potential clients. I think it's important for you to know that I love what I do, but the fact that she doesn't have her name, that kind of stands out as there may be more than one counselor under this LLC. Like she may not be the only one, but you can read more about it. A licensed professional counselor online, has over 10 years experience working as a counselor. She shares where she got her degrees from, and she charges $65 an hour. And, the list goes on and on. You have every age demographic, a place for me counseling and coaching, $50 an hour. She has 4 endorsements and verified. I'm skeptical of endorsements. Always interview the counselor before booking, have a conversation, because verification tricks, there's types of verification tricks, not verification, endorsement tricks that are out there. I could go through a whole litany of them, but we won't do that now. That's not what this is about. But if just because you see $50, that doesn't mean that this person is for you. And so, again, I just wanted you to see the range in pricing. And then we're going to do another area. You even have here Nicole Thomas Fuentes. She's pre-licensed though, but $40. And pre-license may not be a deal breaker for you. Sometimes, there's people that are gifted in this area and may not need a license at all after you speak with them. And so again, you can see more therapists in Atlanta. But let's do some more filters. We're going to take away female. We're going to let's see what else we want to do. You can also, if you have insurance, you can also filter by people who take insurance. But I specifically wanted to come on live tonight for people who may have to pay out of pocket and may not have insurance. So you may have insurance, but by the time you get approvals and all that other stuff, who knows how long that may take. I want this to be a resource that you can use immediately if necessary. And again, I'm not one for telling people to build a whole bunch of debt or anything like that, but I am also not one for telling you to forsake your mental health. So if you have a credit card that is not being used, don't worry about it. This is just, I'm not a financial advisor. That's my disclaimer, but please try to handle your mental health by any means necessary. So I did want to try to do, did I miss mail? Oh, I was going to change the city too. Hold on one second. So let's go ahead and try a different, let's go back to the, let's go to, who else, what other city do I want to try? Let's try Dallas, Texas. Okay, so we're going to click mail. We're going to click Black African American. We're going to leave all of the disorders blank for now and see what pops up. We're going to select the cost. Once again, let's try under $90. And there are 18 therapists in that area. And again, these are affordable. Think about it. $80 is going out to brunch, you and a friend, right? $80 is going out to dinner, you and a family member. And for some people, just you. And so forsaking a pleasure that you think may give you some type of relief may be the answer to getting real relief. And now, again, this is per hour, and one session usually is not going to be the end all be all of whatever that issue is that you're dealing with. But, and however, if you can put it in your budget twice a month to get, if that means not getting your nails done for, and speaking to women, not getting your nails done for, 2 to 3 weeks to help you offset the costs, there are options. We're looking at $80, $75. Oh, but this is supposed to be men, right? So let's go here. I'm sorry. So you have Brandon, who's licensed at $75. You have Beyond Now Counseling, which is a licensed professional counselor associate. So that means he may have some more education to do before he gets his full license, but $75. You have a counselor, licensed professional counselor, Helen. um, and he also deals with chemical dependency, $85. Call price, $85. He's licensed as well. And you can also see they provide, it looks like he's available in person, but the most of them for the lower cost, you'll see online only. And if there's any cities that you want me to try, put it in the comment section right now. I can't see the chat right this second, but I'll get to it in a minute. Turn now. But sometimes, listen, these medical students, they are more they're less jaded than some of the professionals because they're eager. They want to learn. They're coming straight from the textbooks of what they learn. You know, the longer you stay in something, the more jaded people tend to become, thinking that they know it all. And so, again, just another great resource. Licensed professional counselor for 85. It looks like 75, 85 is like the standard. You do have someone in Garland for 65. And so, yeah. So let's go ahead and look at what the psychologist says. Let me see what the people are saying. ATL traffic will make you want to see a therapist. I know. I know. Oh my goodness. Did that. Thank you, ATL. Snow. Oh, it snowed in ATL tonight. Did you see what happened at the church service? What did I miss? What did I miss? Imma say hi to everybody in a second. I just wanna get through the rest of these, examples. And the other thing is, so I did download Ecamm and I'm ready to go with it, but they changed the monitor since the last time I used it. So I'm back on StreamYard probably for the last time because I still see it's buffering. So next we'll be back on, well, I'll be on Ecamm for the first time in a long time. So anyway, okay, so let's get to another example if you are interested in seeing. Um, if you're interested in seeing a psychologist who's able to, I think most of us know the difference. Psychiatrists, excuse me, psychiatrists are able to administer um, drugs if necessary. And, you know, I'm not saying, there are some people who definitely need to have a little bit more help. And so let's go ahead and do a search. I didn't see anybody who put a city or state. Um, DMV? Okay, let's do DMV. But I'm gonna have to do, let's do DC since that's in the middle. So I'm gonna do online therapy first. I'm gonna do Washington, DC, District of Columbia. And now we're going to do some filters. We are going to go to all filters. We're going to take off online. We're going to do all filters. We're going to do Black African American. We see that there's 500 therapists that automatically populate. We're going to do, I'm going to go to the pricing next. Let's see if there's anyone under 90. Oh, there's under 90 if you have less than $100. And again, you can pick whatever. Listen, if you ball and shot calling, go ahead and do more than $130 an hour, understanding that multiple sessions will probably be necessary. But if you are not, let's check to see what type of psychiatrist is offering. Wait, was just saying therapist? No, I said psychiatrist. Why is this? Did I not? Okay, psychiatrist in Washington, D.C. Let's go back to the filters. We are going to uh, Black African American, 125 providers just by doing that, less than $90, only 2 providers. I knew that was, so for psychiatry, a doctor tends to, you know, charge a little bit more than and she's a nurse practitioner. But you know, listen, I've had, and this is $1. That is interesting. And that's $1. I wonder what the let's dig a little deeper, shall we? So we have Marie Sheila Tate, who's a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Most, a nurse practitioner is usually second in line to the physician, right? They are able to write prescriptions. They are not considered MDs, but they a lot of times, without a licensed practitioner, wouldn't be able to survive. So let's just dig a little deeper into her profile. So she's a psychiatric nurse practitioner. What has me curious is that she has $1, which could either be good or not so good. So she's verified by Psychology Today. She has 7 endorsements. She's located in Frederick, Maryland, even though we put DC, that's the DMV area. And she says, "Are you tired of not being able to live your best life? Your mental health matters to me. Call me today for issues related to inattention, lack of focus and motivation, fatigue, depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, grief, OCD, etc." She also has a podcast. Well, she was part of a podcast, it sounds like, on October 9th, 2023 at Open for Business. And she shares that. And she also shares her website and how you can make appointments. And then she has a video. Let's see what she has to say. Give me 1 second. It looks like it is trying to locate the video. Let's read the bottom while it's doing that. I offer medication management in person and via telehealth. I treat ADHD, mood disorder, anxiety, women's issues.
Hello, my name is Sheila Tate. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I would like to invite you to check out my website and to read my blog, as well as listen to the podcast that's on there so that you can learn a bit more about me. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, so she has a wonderful introductory video, which I really like. She also has an accent, so we noticed that. So that may work for some people, may not work for others. She has a pleasant demeanor, in my opinion. And she offers both in person and online, which I also like. She specializes in ADHD and offers ADHD coaching. She also does medicinal marijuana certification. Okay, now. So she accepts insurance as well, but let's read more about what this pricing is like. Okay, individual session $1. We know that's not accurate, right? Sliding scale, apply if you may be eligible. So I guess what she's saying is case by case, maybe based on her caseload, she may be willing to accept people out of pocket. But I promise you, the majority of them will not be paying $1. But again, a great way to find. She takes Medicare, Aetna, Cigna, Optum, United Healthcare, and out of network as well. But she gives you her email as well as her phone number. Don't let money stop you from taking care of your mental health. I take insurance and cash. Low income and uninsured patients are welcome as well. We can always work something out. Now, I really like that pitch. And she does have 7. I was hoping to find, oh, here, let's see. Here's the endorsements. She has 7 endorsements. It looks like they're therapists, though. I wanted to see if there was an actual patient, but they're all related to the field. So, again, that was a great profile, I thought. And again, you can search for others. Let me see if there was any other cities before we go on. MD, Maryland. Okay. Everybody's in MD and Maryland. Get out of here. Okay, so we did ATL. I don't see any other um requests. So let's do we did DC, let's do Maryland for the next one. And then we'll go to questions. Okay, so we're going to let's do therapist in person. So we're going to change that to Maryland. We are going to do some filters. So let's do in person. Let's do available. Let's do a price. We'll do Black African American. Let's do Let's take it up a notch. Let's see what we can get for $90 to $130 per session. We have 161 therapists. So if we do less than 90, you'll get 38 therapists. If you do 90 to 130, you get 161 therapists. If you do more than 130, child, you got options on options and option over options. 465 therapists to choose from. But let's just go ahead and go to 90 to 130. And I didn't do women on this one, but let's see what we have. $120 here for Gail. Gail doesn't have a picture. We have Gentleman 2. That's a community relationship center in Baltimore. Gail is in Landover. Dr. O, okay, Dr. O is Upper Marlboro, and he's $125. Gregory is $125. He's in Glen Burnie. He's endorsed as well. I thought I did psychiatrist, but it looks like I didn't. So we'll start here and then we'll switch it to psychiatrist. Dalton Johnson and Associates, he's $100. And these are all in person. Remember, we did in person. So he does in person and online. This camera right here means they also have online. And did I just pick men? No. Okay. You also have Facio, who's in Awning Mills. You have Harold Dawkins, who's in Bowie. You have a Free Mind Integrated Service for 125 in Oxon Hills. They're all over. You have Shariah Brown, $100 in Kensington. Live Well Counseling. And you definitely want to see that they're verified. I think most of them are verified, especially at this hourly rate. Living Well Counseling and Consulting is in Brandywine. Bel Air, Maryland, you have. Yeah, so there's a plethora of therapists to choose from in the Maryland area. And let's just switch that to psychiatrists. With the same filters, we're going to use in person. We're going to use Black African American. We're going to use 90 to $130. Now it's down to 26 providers. And you'll see what's available here and the hourly rate. You have Baltimore, Maryland at Recovery, and it tells you what they specialize in. Again, like I said, this is really just to walk you through how to use this. I'm also going to show you the resource that is free on the the Black Travel and Culture Beacons page that you can download, no cost, just resources to help you with your mental health as well. And so, yeah, you have CETIS Mental Health Services for $115 an hour. Dr. Tide, $99 in Laurel, Maryland. And these are doctors. See, they have doctors in front of their names, except also it looks like nurse practitioners as well. But they're either nurse practitioners are higher. Let's just say that. Oxon Hill, Upper Marlboro. So I just want this again to be a lesson that wherever you are in this country, There are reasons you don't have to suffer in silence. I don't care if you have to sell 5 pair of shoes in your house on eBay to get the money for you to get a couple of sessions, right? Whatever it takes for you to get the money to take care of your mental health, please do it because one thing for certain, too, for sure, we are going to be struggling. A lot of us are going to be struggling in these days ahead. And these are the professionals that are prepared to give you coping mechanisms so it doesn't get out of hand because you can blink and it can get out of hand. And so I don't want that to happen for us. And I'm going to get into the comments in one section. I do want to just quickly reference um, the Beacons free resource. Give me 1 second to open that file. One second. Do me a favor, put in the chat if you know someone that this will help, either a friend or family member, and make a commitment to share it. Just share it with them. Share, you don't even have to share this video, just share the Psychology Today resource. Because I do believe that more people are going to need this, and they may not come to you first. That's the whole point of this. They may not come to you first or at all. And so and it could be in the guise of, what's going on politically. Hey, there's a lot going on politically. It has gotten my anxiety level heightened. I just wanted to share this resource with you. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what your family's going through, but just know you can call me or you can contact one of these inexpensive professionals if you need to. And so, so the name of, I don't know if I'll be able to pull this up, but I don't know if I'll be able to share it because of the name of the resource guide is Resources in Armor for Black Women and High Functioning Depression. It's free. And all you have to do is request it and a copy will be downloaded. So extreme action required. I'm going to try to pull it up, but I don't want to waste too much time with it. Beacons and Chrome work a little different on so I'm in Safari right now. So I'm going to try to pull it up, but if I can't, just know that that resource is available. I might be able to pull up just the document. I probably can pull that up. So let me pull up that. Yep. Okay, so I can pull up the actual document and I'll just go quickly through the steps basically. This doesn't include, you know what? I'm going to actually add the link to Psychology Today right now. So if you've already downloaded it, you don't have to re-download it. Just, know that the link to Psychology Today will be there. If you haven't downloaded it, I'm putting it in right this second. And you could go ahead and it'll be the top link on this guide. Okay, so let me open that up. Okay, so it's a simple Google guide, a Google document that you can download on your own, reference it whenever you need to. We're all at different stages in this process. And so there's different resources that you can use. So the first one me just go ahead and bold that, is the psychologytoday.com US therapist that we just went over. Let me make sure you can see. Yep, you can see it. Um, I was trying to. Some of my favorite books that help me with strategy are listed here as well, and you could directly link to them. The Art of War for Women, The Art of War, 48 Laws of Power, The Toll of Being the Only Woman of Color at Work. This is a whole article. It's a free article that you can read at your leisure, and it gives also practical tips on how to deal with that. Some takeaways from The Art of War for Women, as well as the 48 Laws of Power, a summary of that, the summary of The Art of War, as well as there's a resource journal and tracker that not only do I use every day. Do I have it? No, I have it in my other room. But I use, for me, what's helpful is that I do manifestation. And I think big, and I write down 300 things that I want to occur in my life, and including staying on top of my mental. And I go through it at least weekly to see where I am. And so there is a resource for that. There's 2 other books that I believe, if you are a man, or if you want to understand men's emotions, if you are living with a man who is dealing with pressures of the world and it may be affecting you, there's a book by T.D. Jakes called He Motions, one of the most underrated books I have ever come across. If you have brothers, uncles, it will help you understand them more. And for men, it will help them. It will help you men understand yourself more. And it helps a lot with the psychological as well. And it's easy to read. And then The Miseducation of the Negro, because boy, if you haven't read that book, if it's a must read again right now for everybody. And so those are the resources that I think are important. I don't want us to suffer in silence. Things are going to be choppy. I see a couple comments floating around, and I will get to those in 1 second because I think y'all are mentioning some choppiness. And it's going to be easier said than done than to deal with, the things that we have upon us or coming up upon us, right? And so we need to armor ourselves as much as possible. And I'm going to make another announcement, if I remember, at the end of this. Has nothing to do with mental health, but it has to do with the revolution that we are going to be part of right now. It's going to take some real people who are understanding. We keep talking about the oligarchy, right? But the oligarchy has a blueprint. Now, while we may not dollars rich, there is a blueprint that we need to take heed to, because there's so much wealth that is created in chaos. And if you understand investing and the market and how the market works, as stressed as I am, I'm also somewhat optimistic. I am optimistic. They said that the history shows that the Great Depression created more wealth and more millionaires than ever before. And so if you research history and understand history and know how to play by that playbook, this is a revolution. And unfortunately, it will be monetized. They say it won't be televised, but it will be monetized. And we need to just know how to play that game. And so there will be elevated community that actually it may be up on my community tab now, so we'll get into that. But we want to protect our mental health first, and that is most important. So let's just see what y'all are saying here in the chat. WM was cleaning off the snow. Yep, snow in Columbia as well. Myrtle Beach was getting it as well. Yeah, last night was great. We did have fun. That was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to another one. Hey, Erica. I don't know what that quote says, but okay. Welcome. Anita is in the building. Rare Twisted Beauty is in the building. Hey. Y'all are communicating with each other, so let me see who else. Christine. Hey, Chris. I'm gonna call her C squared for Christine the cheater. If you were in game night, then you know what that was about. But no, I'm just playing. It's jokes. It's jokes. Congratulations. She was the double winner for last night. Oh, that's fine, Christine. Don't worry about it, hon. Okay, so I did Atlanta. Erica, Shell, yes. Shalonda. I took the day off today to spend the day with your mom. Good. Took her to get her hair done and cheer her up. Making her happy and comfortable is your therapy. Listen, enjoy your mama, man. You only get one. And trust me, I know that feeling. So yep, be about that action, y'all. Be about that action. Again, I really wanted to come on, and I'm coming on live every day this week. So just check the community tab for the time tomorrow. A lot of the time, because I also do have consultations and I have other things, other meetings and stuff. So I can't really give a week-long commitment. But tomorrow I will try to come on sometime in the day for people who, because there are a lot in the community that can't do night and can do day. So I'm probably going to do around lunchtime-ish Eastern Standard Time, so noon or 1 p.m. So stay tuned for that. Hey, T. Gaynor Jennings, I have my screen split. I'm looking in my area. This is good. Oh, good. Yes, it really is. It is such a resource that there's always a way. And then who knows, the woman who said that, that she takes $1 and something's, can be figured out. Who knows when she may just have an extra hour in a day and she's willing to donate, that hour, because she understands what we're going through. So it's definitely a good, hey, lifting as we climb. Good to see you. You said you just joined the Loveland Foundation, often offers free therapy vouchers for Black women. Okay, that's a gem right there, y'all. So you got to screenshot that, come back to it, but it's called the Loveland Foundation. I'm gonna see if I could pull it. I'm gonna put it in Google and at the end pull it up and see therapy fund. Okay. Okay, I'll pull that. I found it, so I'll pull it up towards the end. And you know what? Let me go ahead and I'm gonna put the link to Psychology Today in the description now. I have to open YouTube in another tab and it may start buffering here, but need much to buffer. So give me 1 second. I just want to not forget. So I'm going to put that in right now. But yeah, thank you for that gem, Dr. Kamani. And she's a doctor, so she knows some, good resources. Hold on 1 second. Let me just put this in the description. Okay, so it's the first link. The Psychology Today link is the first link in the description below. And do me a favor, if you haven't liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button, please. Please, please, please. I really want this information to get out to as many of us as possible because it's so necessary. Okay, let me close that out. And also on Friday, we do have another guest speaker. I sent that out in an email. I think it went out yesterday, or it may have went out today. Some of these things are scheduled, so I can't remember. But on Friday, we have a guest speaker for people who are interested on learning the real about being a Black woman teaching English abroad. Is it still a viable community, a career path? Is it lucrative, or what are the predictions for the future? Is there racism? And we're going to meet with Yasmin Koksum, who lived in 4 countries, including Japan, including China, including Turkey, and I always forget the 4th one. But she will be here Friday morning at 10 a.m. And so let me close out some of these tabs. And hopefully tomorrow I will be on eCam where there's no buffering. So thank you again, Dr. Kamani, for that. Hey, Antoinette, good to see you. Let me see who else is here. For active duty veterans and family members, local veteran centers works with, but it's separate from VA, offers free therapy, individual, group, and family. Thank you. And I hear some places are suffering severe cuts, though. Some DMV or VA, excuse me, some VA facilities, resources are suffering severe cuts, but it is a good resource to start. But if you cannot find something with the VA and you are, you are a veteran, then definitely use other resources. Just don't give up. Some are better than the doctors. Oh yeah, you're talking about the licensed practitioners. If that's what you're talking about, I totally agree with you on that. I totally agree. Child, the Grump family was read in church service by the female priest. Please see. I saw that. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw a clip on, was it IG? It might have been IG, where she was talking about LGBTQ. She was talking about the immigrants, our neighbors and stuff. And he's such a child. Anyway, we talk about mental health. Y'all ain't gotta get me yet, but a Republican congressman says she should be put on the deportation list. God bless her. Listen, we ain't got time for weaklings. We don't have time for people who are going to not say anything or just fall in line. We don't need no Django's. No, what was his name? What you call it? Samuel Jackson's name in Django Unchained. We don't need them. Oh, good, Shalonda. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please, please, please share. Oh, good. You found someone that has a free 15-minute. This is what I'm talking about, being about that action. Where is Beyonce when we need her? I'm going to play her audio in a second. Be about that action, y'all, because child, you think I'm not being about that action when it comes to this? Because we don't know. We want to be reactive instead of proactive if we can. If we are already at that stage, then yes, we want to be proactive versus reactive if we can. If we are already at that stage of feeling some type of way, go ahead and react by taking action and find you a therapist. I'm looking for the audio because we are going to hopefully play that. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully y'all can hear. We just have to shout. Child. That is theme song. That is the Gym Nation's theme song, so shout out to T. Gaynor Jennings for being about that action. You have just blessed my soul by saying that. One person taking action on any video that I put out just validates that the divine messages that I receive about these topics, about this community, it will bring tears to my eyes. And y'all not going to make me cry today. Not today, because we got work to do, child. But thank you so much for that. Hey, Christine. Christine is back. Yeah, game night was definitely a good coping Mexican. See, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm ready to get out of here. No, it was a great coping mechanism. We had so much fun. Antoinette says, "This is such a great resource. Thanks so much. I am in need of a good African American therapist and psychiatrist soon." And yeah, I'm so glad because child, yeah, thank you. I have a video on your YouTube channel about how to find a therapist. Good, good, good. So there's tons of resources. Um, yeah, I've mentioned therapy for Black girls as well. I know there's people that love it, there's people that don't. So I just wanted to make sure that we have a lot. I won't say that's probably the most popular resource for Black women. And as you know, this channel, I wanted to focus on Black people. So that's what the name of the title is, right? The thumbnail is for Black people, but yes, therapy for Black girls you can check out as well. Thank you for sharing that. Good, LJ. Thank you so much. Thank you, because again, we have to be our brothers and sisters keepers, because many, again, they may not even thank you personally. They may do this in silence, but you don't know whose life you will save just by sharing this information. You don't know whose life you will help dig out of a hole or a dark space just by sharing this information. And once again, I'm not one of these people. I'm being about that action. I don't even need you to share this video. Just share the resources. Rather, it's the document that you download from, the Beacons channel that I just shared with you. Rather, it's the link to the Psychology Today website, whatever it is. Thank you, El Shiva. I appreciate that. And I'm sure somebody else will too. Oh, good, Christine. Yes. And again, I always say the best way to not offend, especially with our community, you don't want to come across as I think something's wrong with you, because listen, we still are dealing with trauma issues, right? Therapy is still taboo for some and or many of us. And so as someone, who has studied the psychological ways of many, not just Black people, you have to, as a person in sales, right? There's ways that you have to soften. Even when you're helping, you have to soften the offer to get more of an effect, to get the effect that you want. And so putting it on you first is a great way to do that. A great way to say, listen, this news is too much. It's too much. And I'm just, staying ready and preparing. I found this great resource. I just want to pass it on to people I love and care about. There are a lot of therapists and psychiatrists on here for under $100. Did you know that you could get therapy in your area for under $100? I just wanted to share this because I came across it, and you never know when you may need it. You don't have to suffer in silence. I'm here if you need me, but if you want to, use this instead, I just wanted to share because I think I may be using it or whatever. Just soften the blow. You thought of 2 people already. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, Antoinette, you should be good because this looks like it was sent 20 minutes ago. So I went through all of the resources. Oh, thank you, Agent Dawkins. Thank you so much. A couple of my family members could benefit. I will do my part and lead them to the water, but them drink it might be. And that's not your issue or your problem. The only thing you can do is give them the information. It's up to them to what? Let's listen to Beyonce again. No, to be about that action. Today at work, I suggested a Zen room, and they were open to the idea. Yay! Go ahead, Christine. Christine kicking her new job door, waving the not even. She's waving the peace and the tranquility. Let me see. Any other comments? You're about to get into, oh, you're about to go into session, but we'll email therapy resources. Oh, good, good, good. Thank you. I'll add those to the document. Where's the resource guide located at? I checked under description and didn't see it. So you have to go to, I'll tell you exactly where it is in the description. You have to go to, hold on, un momento, por favor. So if you go to where it says, all resources reviewed in this video can be found here. You click that link and you look for the document that I just went over. Trump made 60 billion crypto. Yeah. Listen, just a quick point. So, and this is not for everybody. Y'all don't get mad at me because I have free resources on my channel as well. But part of the, let me stick with the mental and then I'll get to the financial. I don't want to, yeah, he did. But guess what? If you play the game right, you play the game right, you will have less problems, less stress. Let's just say that. Was telling me back that the stock market will be going on sale. And not just the stock, there's so many resources. There's so many investment opportunities. There's so many opportunities to start creating generational wealth. There's a saying that Warren Buffett, one of the most brilliant minds of investing, says, when people get fearful, you get greedy. This country is about to be in a real fearful place. Actually, one of my favorite books, Tony Robbins, Money Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. Now, it's a doozy. It's a big one. But what he does is interview the most successful investors. But then I say I was going to let me stick with the mental first. Christy, that's still your story and you stick into it, huh? We had a good time though. That's about the NPs. NPs? I don't know what that is. I'm still here learning and absorbing all of this information and thinking about how I can be an excellent resource person for family and friends in the US. Good, good, good. I don't know what you're amening, but okay, thank you. Uncle Ruckus says rare twisted beauty. Oh, you didn't have the sound. Oh, darn it. Then we must do a do-over. Hold on un momento. Sorry about that. Hold on, because we definitely have to get that word from hold on. I don't know why that, oh, I know why. I'm doing too many things and I forgot to open up the mic. Sorry. On my computer. So hold on. We're going to listen to her.
Stay focused. Don't talk about what you're going to do.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on.
Don't criticize somebody else for what they're not.
We're going to do that again.
Don't talk about what you're going to do. Stay focused. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Don't just dream about what you're going to do. Don't criticize somebody else for what they're not doing. You be it. Be about it. Be about that action and go do it. Keep your eye on your intention. Stay focused. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Don't just dream about what you're going to do. Don't criticize somebody else for what they're not doing. You be it. Be about it. Be about that action.
Okay. And go do it. Keep your eye on your attention. Listen, be about that action. Don't let nobody else I put a short up the other day about this, don't expect other people to understand your calling. It, it wasn't a conference call, you know. People to don't get permission, be about that action, and that's it in a nutshell. So yeah. Sorry about the audio situation. You already shared be about that, being about that action. Yes, Cynthia, that's right. Cynthia, listen, Cynthia is an OG. Cynthia will be a guest on our channel sooner than later because she has an amazing testimony story to tell. And she also has her own YouTube channel. Let me go ahead. You know what? I'm going to put some links in. It's the easiest way for y'all, I guess, to get the resources. So I am going to put in the link for the resource guide or the resource document, I should say, for Black women. Hold on one second. I'm going to put in Cynthia's. I'm going to put in Cynthia's YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm putting in the resource guide for Armor for Black Women first. Give me 1 second to hit paste. Resource guide for Black women. I'll put in the psychology. Oh, sorry, y'all. I hit enter before I put in the link. I'm going to put in the Psychology Today website link now. Yes, Psychology Today. I am going to put in, please follow Cynthia. Cynthia, can you put your link in, please? Can you please? I don't know if they'll let you. If it doesn't hyperlink, I will repost it because I could see if it hyperlinks. But if you can put your link in, because I'm subscribed to you and I know it's not your first name and I always forget the name of the channel. So let me see if I put your name in, what happens. Yeah, no. I do subscriptions. Yeah, no, it's not pulling up. So if you could put the name of your channel in and I will repost it if you're still here. Okay, so I put the links and you have a good friend that you've known at least 20 years. She has a private practice and she's not even offered you any therapy. Anyway, I'd rather talk to yeah, no, don't talk to someone you know. You won't feel comfortable enough to get as deep as you need to get. Yeah. Even though they supposedly, I won't say supposedly, most people prior to the past couple of years have taken a Hippocratic oath, right? Especially if they are in the medical field. But you want to feel safe. So yes, do you still have the opportunity to schedule a consultation? You sure do. It's still the discounted price is available. I forgot when I said I was taking it out, but it's through Martin Luther King's week. So let me go ahead. I'll put that link in too. If it's the Mexican therapy, if it's the Mexican residency consultation call, it is currently $50 off. If it is just the general coaching call / clarity call, it is $25 off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the link, and it will be good at least through Sunday, I'll say, the discount. And you could read, it's also in the description. You could check out the description. The link is there too. Yeah, you were talking about the nurse practitioners. Yep, a lot of times they're more thorough than the doctors. Oh, Cynthia. Okay. I mean, Christine. Bye, Christine. Okay, let me go ahead and put Cynthia's after I put Cynthia's link in, I'm going to share the resource that Dr. Kamani shared with us. I'll pull up this website for that so you can see that. And then I'll share the announcement that I posted. Fourth Quarter Storytellers is the name of Cynthia's YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link in. Here we go. Okay. 1 second. Let me just make sure. Oh, so I spelled out the word fourth, but let me put the exact way it's spelled so you know so it's the number. So go ahead and follow Cynthia. She has some great content on her channel. Now let me say hi to the last few people and I'm going to pull up. You're welcome, Cynthia. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up the resource that Dr. Kamani shared. And I'll put that link. Let me put that link in too. Hold on. So you can check it out on your own. Full of links, just full of links today, boy. So I'm not aware of this, just disclaimer, I'm not aware of this resource, but we're going to look at it together and see what they have to say. Okay, so this is the loveandfoundation.org therapy fund. If you are in a life-threatening situation, please do not use this website. Please use the list below for resources or call 911. Okay, so that's the standard. So this is what it looks like. They partner with Therapy for Black Girls, National Queer Trans Therapists of Color Network, Open Path Collective, Black Female Therapists, Zen Care, Mental Health, and Psych. Oh, so they partner with Psychology Today. Good, because I was like, where are the men? Where are the men? We got to include the men because our men need help too, or need help with their mental health as well. And so this is a good resource for women as well. So okay, so let's just quickly go over my announcement, and then we'll be out of here, y'all. And then we're back tomorrow, either 12 or 1. I just have to confirm on my calendar. And we'll talk about the latest current events because quite honestly, I haven't been. What I have found quite strange, though, is the fact that even the Jewish community seems to be adverse in talking about what, Elon Musk did at the inauguration yesterday. They are kind of not in an uproar, which is quite interesting to me because they should be. And I'll just leave it at that. But let's go ahead and quickly look at my announcement, and then I'll see if there's any questions, and we will then get out of here. So let me share this screen. Remember, please share these resources to anyone who it may help. And I'll just read what I posted today. So basically, a lot of people have been asking, a lot of people who know that I've started investing for independence actually in January of 2021 is when we launched. And I just took a screenshot from my Facebook post. Well, we're coming back. We're coming back with a new name, with a new iteration at a higher level, because this is not a game, y'all. This is a revolution right now. This is about being revolutionary with our mindset and understanding at a higher level what's really going on, right? And I'm not one to say I know everything that's going on, but I know a lot about investing, economics, and chaos. And so in January 2021, my post on my private Facebook page was, so far, yippee! So far, 27 people have registered for the basics of the basics of investing in the stock market pilot course during Black History Month. Hashtag excited much. Registration ends this Sunday, January 24th. The free 4-week live program begins February 3rd at 8 p.m. and there will be a Q&A review session each Saturday. We will review terminology, goals, planning, mindset, fact versus fiction regarding the market and traditional banking, lay out the process of opening and funding a brokerage account and buying stocks. So if you want to join and work towards, if you want to join and work towards reducing this wealth gap, DM your email address or drop it in the comments. Answer 3 simple questions, then I will officially add you to the group. Once you register, you will be. We are investing for independence, y'all. This is not a game. And I said, see below. This was a breakdown. You might not be able to read it clearly, but it shows you this is white, Black, Hispanic, and other. When it comes to assets by race and ethnicity, whites held significantly more than 100 trillion in assets at the end of Q1 2020, where Blacks were way down here. It breaks down the asset types from real estate to consumer durables to corporate equities and mutual funds to pensions and private business and other assets. Child, it's really not that complicated. We just are late to understanding what is really happening. And so we're coming back. The Investing for Independence course was launched 4 years ago. And so 4 years later, February 2025, we're going to return. There's even a greater need now for us to become top tier investors by playing their game. Trust me, there will be a lot of wealth created behind the veil of confusion. And if you want to stack the odds in your favor of how to become a part of the wealth creation community, then this iteration technically is one for you. It's for people who have discretionary income. I'm not going to lie about this. This is not the beginner course. If you still need beginner friendly information, the playlist, I linked to the playlist. I have kept that information up since 2021, 2022 for people to understand how to understand the stock market. But this is for people who have discretionary income to invest for longer term, 5 years in the market minimum. We will go over top industries and companies that the top 10% are parking their dollars in and how to follow the lead of the market makers. So join me and other experts by joining our new community. Note, this is an intermediate paid class. Basic knowledge and a brokerage account are encouraged. I wanted to say required, but if you go ahead and watch that playlist and get caught up before we launch on February 8th, that is totally fine. So you can catch up on the free content and then you can join us in our community. The link will be live tomorrow for you to go ahead and join up. The first 50, no, excuse me, this is a limited. I like to keep my classes kind of small, especially when we're talking at this level. And we're going to have guest experts come in where you can talk to about cryptocurrency, blockchain, AI, robotics, the top stocks that these cabinet picks are invested in. In December of last year, not last year, excuse me, 2023, I posted in this community a play that Nancy Pelosi made. Right soon after she made it, if you took that play, you would have been sitting wonderful. So you're going to be able to follow these congressmen, these market movers, and what they're investing in because they have the inside scoop. I won't call it insider trading, but I will say the inside scoop. So we are going to play their game. If you can't beat them, you join them. We cannot go through whatever is coming down the pike broke. We cannot go through what is going on in this country, especially as it relates to DEI and Black people, without a plan and or a strategy. So we're coming back. It's not called Investing for Independence anymore. The announcement is coming out tomorrow. I think many of y'all know that someone's, stole my name and tried to, well, they did. They actually trademarked it well after my community was formed. So it's being trademarked right now, actually. So anyway, saying all that to say, whoever who is part of this community that is interested in literally learning how to profit off of confusion, off of chaos, how to plan for your children's future, then you need to be part of this community. The first 5 people who register get 40% off. And then if you're part of Flawless Community, you get the extra 10% off with the same discount that I emailed to everybody in the Flawless Community. But if you're not part of the Flawless Community, you could join. The link is in the description below. This is definitely, something, like I said, I had to pray on it because it's not for everybody. It's literally for people who are serious about investing. I have called on some great minds when it comes to this investing strategy, people that I've listened to, people that I would encourage others that look like us to listen to. And so, will there be bumpy roads ahead? Absolutely. But people make money in the market when it's going up. We weren't educated on that. So again, the link to register will be, and read more about it's a 6-week course. I forgot to mention that. So once a week, we meet for 6 weeks and we get deep, y'all. And then we will have within that six weeks, 2 times where we meet up just to go over Q&A to make sure that everybody understands, is being about that action and is setting a plan and a strategy. So that's enough of that sales pitch. But if you're interested in joining, that link will go out tomorrow morning. It's ready now. I just have some paperwork being finalized to protect my intellectual property this time. And so, but I'm excited about it. I will say this. I'm excited about the new branding because just like they have taken the words DEI and woke and weaponized it and changed what that means, we're going to do the same thing with MAGA. We're taking that acronym, and every time we hear it from now on, it's going to bring us joy because we know that acronym, it means that we're getting closer to generational wealth, financial independence, all of that. So I'm excited about the name. I'm excited about where we're going in February. The first date is February 8th. I don't care if one person signs up or 15. I think the cap is going to be 20 people. If between 15 and 20 people, I need to talk to some of the speakers as well to see what they're comfortable with. But I'm excited about the community. So let me see. Oh, you're welcome, El Shiva. Oh, good. Everyone subscribe to Fourth Quarter Storytellers, Cynthia's channel. My assignment for this week visiting the site. Oh, good. Hey, Savvy, African entrepreneur and investor. Yeah, I love it here too. Oh, it's 8:07. We're about to wrap up though. Let me just get through these last few questions. Oh, good. I put the link in the community tab for you to start, watching the basics. But all of that still applies. It really just teaches you about the stock market, how the stock market came about, how important compound interest, and how to long-term investing is the best type of investing. Long-term investing is the best investing. So my friend who I made the smothered pork chops, the dinner for last night, she just texted me talking about how good it was and that she made some roasted cauliflower because I gave her regular cauliflower and she made roasted cauliflower for the first time. Anyway, yeah, so that made me smile. So yeah, it's a beginner course basically, And so, and the other thing is, I will have testimonials from people who took investing for independence before, and it will be the before they took it and after, and how thankful they are for just the beginning and how much money they have made in the market. I was telling them about Nvidia before Nvidia was even more than $100 a share, and it has split a couple times since then. And again, just know that this iteration is for people who are serious. This is revoluciones, and we have to act accordingly. And so, yeah. How much is it? It will be in the link, but again, you can check it out tomorrow, but it's not cheap. I will tell you that. And I won't, cheap is relative. And again, so I'm having experts come in. Not only that, it's 6 weeks plus 2 additional classes. And let me just read, I could read to you what the models look like. So it's 6 weeks. This is not a game. We'll be unlocking our path to long-term wealth by investing like the elite. We keep talking about the oligarchs, but we need to study the oligarchs. And I'm not saying to be like them in any other way than to learn how to create wealth for ourselves. It's 6 weeks. There will be a buy now, pay later option as well. But let me just read the course overview. In this 6 weeks course, you will learn how to invest like the ultra wealthy by unlocking the strategies used by the world's most successful investors. This isn't just about investing, y'all. It's about building generational your own wealth or invest for your children's future. This course will guide you every step of the way. You will learn how to maximize your assets and grow your abundance by focusing on high growth sectors like AI, robotics, blockchain, clean energy, as well as time tested strategies that have allowed the rich to accumulate and preserve their wealth. Week 1, we're going to talk about the introduction to elite investing and understanding how the top investors think about money and investments. You're going to get familiar with market dynamics and learn which industries the wealthy are betting on today. Listen. Okay, let me just keep going. Week 2, we're going to talk about the tech giants and disruptive innovation. So if you didn't look at the second slide of you may not have even gotten to it yet, but let me just read the other post that I shared with my community when we first started it. You could scroll to the second window, but at CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show in 2021, they made a quote that in the last 20 years, software ate the world. So think about software platforms like Microsoft, Google, all of that. In the next 20 years, AI will eat software. So meaning the growth that we saw in the software boom in 20 years from 2000 to 2020, between 2020 and 2040, there will be so much wealth made from these industries. Whew, it's absolutely going to be insane. And many of us will miss the ride. Many of us will miss the boat. So let me get back to week 2. So week 2, we're talking about the tech giants and disruptive innovation, explore how companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla leverage technology to grow wealth and how you can mirror their strategies in your own investments. Week 3, we'll be talking about investing in emerging technologies, learning about AI, robotics, cybersecurity, and blockchain industries that are changing the world, which goes hand in hand with the quote that I just read. Discover how to identify and invest in the next big disruptors. Global investing opportunities is week number 4. Gain sights into global markets and learn how to diversify your portfolio internationally. We cover emerging markets, global stocks, and strategies that help mitigate your risk because you don't want all your eggs in one basket. And the thing about it is when one sector goes down, another one goes up. So you want to make sure you diversify. And the thing about it is you don't have to have millions of dollars. You don't have to even have hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't have to have thousands of dollars. You just have to have a plan. So if your plan is $50 a month for your child, if your plan is $50 a month for yourself, depending on your age and how long in the market, You want to have your money grow for you. So this is not saying that you have to be wealthy or rich to do this. You want to start the process where you are prioritizing investing in these areas so that in 20 years from now, in 10 years from now, at minimum 5 years from now, you will be pleasantly surprised. No matter if the market goes up, down, sideways, whatever, you will be much better off than if you didn't invest. So we talked about global investing. Week number 5 is sustainable and future focused investments. So learning about clean energy, renewables, and the companies leading the transition to greener world. Now, we know that supposedly, right, that may be a question mark, but lo and behold, there are some sectors, like when you talk about electric cars, when you talk, there are certain stocks and companies that fall that are already getting a boost and are projected to get a boost just by based on who um, the leader, the person in charge is aligning himself with. So you want to invest in the future with certain companies. I'm not going to list them now. Week 6, the final week, is investment strategies for building generational wealth. We're going to wrap up with powerful strategies that wealthy families, the oligarchs, use to build multi-generational wealth and learn how to create a diversified portfolio and plan for long-term growth. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. There's a link, like I said, that will be shared tomorrow. And I'm back live tomorrow, so I'll talk about it tomorrow when we meet up for lunch. And I'm back every day this week, and I'll talk about it in our flawless community on Thursday. So, and I might even do a Q&A before the 8th, maybe next week, maybe, depending on my schedule. So yeah. Can your son sign up? He subscribed. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This is open for there will be men and women, and there will be men and women experts teaching. So it's open to everyone. When to sign up? The link will go live tomorrow to the public. It's actually live now. I was reading from the page that you sign up on. It's live now, but I can't promote it until tomorrow. I have to protect the name, so to speak. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, we're taking that name back because we're going to hear it so much. We have to have good feelings about it. Just like they have good feelings when they say didn't earn it. When they say, phrases like woke, that they've stolen and demonized, we're going to, we're going to borrow and not demonize, but make it work for our favor. Yeah. Hey, Mari, good to see you. I love the play on weaponizing their name. Yep, Shell, yes. Every time I hear that word. Yep. Oh, woke, you get upset now. Yeah, no, we are definitely going to take a play. I mean, Christine's back, y'all. AI and other things. AI is not the only, and the great thing about it is that there's another quote by Warren Buffett. It's time in the market is always better than trying to time the market. So while I also do short-term trading, I'm a trader and stuff like that, the rate of return when you do long-term investing and have a long-term strategy with the compound interest, child, is spectacular. Compound interest is such a beautiful thing. It's a horrible thing when you owe and it's being put on your credit cards, interest rates, right? But when it comes to investing, it's such a beautiful thing. So again, more about that tomorrow. But I just wanted to tease it because I knew that the announcement, so many people had asked me about investing for independence, and I know I don't want to bring back the same iteration. I left the content there on the channel for a reason, because I want anyone who's interested in learning about the stock market to have access to it. But we are on, whew, we have to stop thinking small. That's what it comes down to. We have to think as big as they think and take advantage of this opportunity. And the price is to help, get the experts in the room. It's also to help people that are serious about this. This is not for the people who are playing games and just want to, come and ask questions and not take action. This is for people who's ready to take the action. So again, I will get back to you in a minute, Elshiva. Please, please, please invest. You can't save your way to wealth. You can't. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your money in your savings account is losing value as inflation gets insane. I went to the supermarket on Saturday, spent $82, had one bag. One bag. And the bag wasn't that heavy. We have to have our money work for us. You know why I don't worry about the price increases for things like Netflix? Is because my investments in Netflix pay for my Netflix. That's the type of mindset we have to have. And understand, Netflix has ranged from here highs to here lows, but that compound interest, and then we're going to talk about dividends, payouts, and all of that. Investing is going to make there's going to be general wealth created. This is going to be the new 1929, so to speak. People are already, we heard about the Bitcoin. So not the Bitcoin. Yeah, the coin that made a lot of people millionaires over the weekend while TikTok went down and we were diverted with attention on how this soon to be president was able to create lot, not only for him, but his wife has a coin. Now, we are going to talk about coins and NFTs and blockchain, but we're not going to focus on that. We're not going to focus on NFTs. We're going to talk about blockchain, which is like Ethereum. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency, the major players like Bitcoin and others. We're not going to talk about these ones that pop up overnight and disappear tomorrow and don't go through the process, the legal process to be listed. So more about that. More about that. It's on my home channel page. Everybody, well, I don't know if everybody uses community tab, but where you see videos, lives, I closed down YouTube, but you'll see videos, lives, playlists, community. And so it's on there. Yep, invest in companies that you have bills with. Yep. That should be first and foremost. And where your kids, listen, you have some of the best investing minds probably that you're unaware of in your children. And it's not all stocks. Some are ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, which is like a hodgepodge of different stocks. So think of going into a supermarket, you go into a potato chip aisle, you're buying that aisle versus a pack of Lay's potato chips. So you're buying a hodgepodge of potato chip brands within an ETF, but we're going to focus on the ETFs that are surrounding or created to align with things like Bitcoin and blockchain. So you don't have, the risk is not as great, but you still get the movement. You still get the movement. You still get the return on investment, but you're removing some of the risk. So we're going to be about this life, and I can't wait to share the name. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to share the name. But yes, so tomorrow the official announcement and sign up will begin. The first class, it will be all on Zoom. You will get recordings as well. The recordings will be available for at least, so if we are live for 6 weeks, you'll have another at least 6 weeks for the recordings to go through everything again. But now is the time, y'all. Now is the time to start putting some pennies or coins away. And again, it doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. I will say this, if you're expecting a tax return, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. A lot of people were foolish. Do you know people became wealthy off of those them checks that people got, the stimulus checks? Who invested, who took their whole check and invested in companies like Nivea and companies like Tesla. Okay, so we don't like Tesla. We may not like Tesla now, but if you invested your stimulus check in Microsoft, like these are strategies that are hidden in plain sight. And I guess that's the best way that I could say it. So yeah, $82, girl, for one bag, Shell. Yes, one bag. I went to Trader Joe's was it the week before? I used to, if I spent $100 in Trader Joe's, I would walk out with at least 5 bags. I spent $100 in Trader Joe's, a little more. I had 2 bags, 2 bags. So listen, it's about to be serious. And did your hair? This is why this is so urgent now. I almost was going to push it back because I know, some of this may be price prohibitive for some people. And, I appreciate you even for wanting to join. But this is such a serious matter. He's already talking about imposing taxes on Mexico and Canada starting in February. So what does that mean? Higher prices, right? And so we need to plan accordingly. Now, again, we're talking long term. We're not talking that you invest in February, you're going to, you're going to be able to retire on a beach in June. No, this is minimum 5-year strategy. And we'll go over examples of how history shows and how we're going to diversify our portfolios and stuff. So again, I look forward to sharing the official name of the group. I look forward to keeping the group manageable so that we can have real dialogue. And there will be assignments. Now, not assignments that we're checking, right? We're not kids, right? But assignments of things to look up based on your, threshold and strategy. I mean, your threshold and areas that you're interested in investing. Because some people are invested in certain things that we'll talk about the areas. I don't want to keep going on in a tangent. But anyway, so again, we will be back tomorrow. I'm going to say 12 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to unveil the new Investing for Independence community. We're going to officially say goodbye to Investing for Independence, and we're going to say hello to the future of investing with our new community. And our OGs from Investing for Independence will also be invited to participate because a lot of them that start out as beginners are now some of them can teach, because of how committed they were to the process. And so anyway, thank you everyone for coming tonight. Please take advantage of prioritizing your mental health. Please share this information with people, even if you don't know that they're going through something. Please, please, please continue to engage with communities that help you distract. Listen, I was in for over 4 hours last night in our flawless community. They stayed for almost 5 hours, maybe longer. I had to go eat. But the fact that we are building a community of people who are willing to distract, I am so happy. So I just want everyone to be about that action. We don't have to suffer. We're resilient, y'all. We are resilient. We just have to learn how to be more resilient. And so I look forward to sharing our next phase of investing tomorrow. I look forward to coming live and talking about the latest news topics and helping us manage through it. And again, check out the resources. The links are in the description. I've added some of the links in the chat. And thank you, oh my gosh, T. Gaynor Jenner for being about that action. Thank you for everyone else who said that they're going to share this with friends or family members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are our brothers and sisters keepers, and have always been about community. So let's continue down that path. I love each and every one of y'all who support, who engage, and who are about that action. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Take care. See you later.